Thanks, Chanel, aka Nelly B, for joining us at AC Live, and we are here to discuss her impact as an influencer. What is your biggest platform?
I think my biggest platform right now would be Instagram. I am on Facebook, I am on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. I have my own website, a blog. I also uh, dabble in a little bit of TikTok. It's not quite there yet.
What's your favorite platform?
I see value in each platform and I like them for specific things. So I don't have a favorite per se. Based in numbers right now, I would say Instagram is definitely the most impactful. I started creating content back in 2012 when I big chopped. I went back natural. And in looking on YouTube, I realized at the time that there weren't many, if any at all, Trinidadian YouTubers who were reviewing or creating content for our landscape. You know, if I see a product review, I want to see a product review in my climate versus product in a temperate climate where it may work a certain way in that type of climate, but not in ours. And that was the main push to get started there.
When it comes to your platforms, because I know you have a little over 5K followers on Instagram, what's your demographic like?
The main group of people that consume my content would be women who are majority based in Trinidad and other Caribbean islands, who are within ages, I would say, from as young as 24, 25 up to age 50.
When it comes to your demographics, out of those 5K individuals, how many people are active on a regular basis?
I would say roughly about 10%. It depends on the type of content. Some content would resonate with some, other content with others.
So is this your main source of income?
No, it's not. I am actually a web and social media officer full time.
So let's talk about the business side of it. Are you working with companies? Where are these companies located?
I do work with a plethora of companies. The vast majority of them are local companies. My niche, if I had to pinpoint it, would be local, smaller businesses who need a platform more than anything to bring awareness to their product. I do work with some distributors of imported brands, and I do have a few non Trinidadian based companies that I work with as well.
So when it comes to partnerships, how do you showcase value to your business partners?
I don't showcase value. And I know that's kind of weird to say or counterproductive to say, but the thing is, with a daily life of Nelly B, I don't put myself out there as an influencer. I've never liked the term influence because I'm not trying to influence anybody to do anything. I'm just a plus size, natural haired, brown skinned girl living in the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, sharing in my life and my journey and taking people along for the ride. If I try out something and I like it, I will share it. And I guess the value comes in that people take my word because I aim to always be as authentic as possible. If I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So I guess my value lies in my authenticity. If you're giving me something to use, I'm going to use it thoroughly. I'm going to test it, make sure it works well with other products. Like there's a whole criteria that I go through to ensure that when I speak on this product, I'm speaking on it from usage over a period of time.
What's the biggest value you've had in terms of your partnership?
The biggest value that I've had to date, I was paid about $2,000 to do a video regarding some products. Yeah.
So you mentioned you don't consider yourself an influencer, which it's so interesting because the word itself is now given a sort of a negative connotation because of social media, and because you're an individual showcasing your experience on specific products. Would you say that you are sort of, in comparison to the newspaper ads and a radio ad, you would consider yourself just as influenced as that particular platform?
In a way, yes, but what makes it different is the fact that it's more personalized. An ad can only say so much. An ad isn't a two-way street in terms of it being a form of communication. Where if I put out my thoughts and opinions on a product, and someone asks a question, I'm able to answer and give them feedback on it. When you look at advertisements now, especially like you said, let's use print as the example, it's limited in scope. There's only so much you can say. Whereas being someone who shares her thoughts and opinions on products, I'm able to say a lot more. So that's where the difference applies. In terms of the similarities, it is just the fact that we're putting a product out there the same way you would flip through a paper and see an ad on a product, or you would hear about a product on the radio, or even see an ad online. The similarities that we're also putting a product in your face.
YouTube in itself is a beast. So, how has it been managing your content and being able to pursue what you want on a platform that's so heavily used and saturated with so much content?
Oof, there are good days and there are not so good days. I think one of the challenges is just trying to stick out. The challenge also, before you even reach to uploading a video to YouTube, is in setting out time to create content. People think, oh, you could just film a video and that's it. But no, you have setup, you have lighting, you have audio to consider, you have to edit before you can even reach the aspect of uploading to your YouTube channel. So, and these things take time. It's not like I could just sit down here and be like, okay, hi, this product is great, and then put that up rough, uncut, unedited, just like that. No. And then when you're uploading, you have to consider tags, captions, how well your captions and tags work for your SEO.
A lot of the times we don't click on Black people. That's fact. Like, we do not support our own. So I want you to give me some insight, maybe share some of your struggles, things that you would have seen.
At the end of the day, I think that, and I know somebody might tap back at me for this, and that's okay. It all boils down to standards of beauty and what is conventionally beautiful and conventionally aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Not saying that this isn't beautiful, because I mean, I think I'm gorgeous. But when we look at, and this isn't just, bringing it, localizing it a bit, and moving away from YouTube to Instagram a little bit, actually just social media on a whole. When it comes to your hue, or when it comes, not even just your hue, if you don't have a particular aesthetic, then a crap will smoke your pipe at times. I've spoken with other content creators who experience the same types of issues as I do in terms of being able to reach out there, but unless you show more skin, unless you do something scandalous, it's almost as if the algorithm is limiting you.
And I wanted to talk about the Caribbean Natural Hair Facebook group, because I feel like it is one that requires a case study. I think is one of the most engaging pages on the internet when it comes to Caribbean women. And I want to find out what's the story there. What happened? How was that created?
Caribbean People with Natural Hair was created back in the later part of 2011 by a colleague of mine by the name of Sophia Damani. She is Sophia's creation. She's a hairdresser, braider, but she always talked about social media not being her thing and she needed help. So in, I think, October of 2011, she reached out to me and asked me if I would help moderate the group. And that's been it pretty much since, going through the growth spurts, the dramas. It's been what is it, a labor of love. The engagement within the group is definitely, it's bubbling, it's always active, people are always posting, people are always asking questions. There's just more overall organic engagement within the group versus a Facebook page, for sure. The biggest myth is that it's easy and that anybody could do it and just be successful at it. Now, do note, and I always lament on this very often, the difference between a content creator and an Instagram hot girl. Yes, an IG hot girl. Now, and I say this, and I say, like, no disrespect to none of the IG hot girls. Yes, you look good, your outfit's minimum, but go through, do you, right? there's a big difference between the two. And people look at those girls who appear to be living their best life, always on a beach in a skimpy bathing suit or on a boat going down DDI or pose up in a hot outfit somewhere. They are also grouped under influencers, which is why I don't like the term influencer. Because not everyone who you think is an influencer is one. There are those of us who are genuinely putting out work and creating content and spending hours, nights editing, etc., and doing all the needful. And then there are those who are just like, hey, post up a cute picture. And Paul is like, I want to be a hot girl.